Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome back to my channel. I have a fun everyday DIY for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I will show you step by step how to make this beautiful Deco Mesh Magnolia Wreath. I made this wreath by combining two separate methods for wreath making, the poof method and the curl method. I had so much fun putting this wreath together. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. Let me show you how to make it. Here is a list of the tools and materials I used to complete the project. For your convenience, I've also included a detailed list in the description box below. Let's get started. In today's craft, this sign is what inspired me. I found this on craftoutlet.com. It was $5.50. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous and would make a beautiful everyday wreath to hang in your home. To get started, you're going to need a 14-inch wreath form from the Dollar Tree and a package of chenille stems from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using white. To get started, you'll need 18 full-length pipe cleaners and the wreath form. So we're going to turn this wreath form into a working wreath form for this project. And to do that, at each crossbar on the two bars on the outside, you want to place one of your pipe cleaners. Just wrap it around those two bars and give it a good twist. You want to do the same thing on the crossbar to the two bars on the inside. You'll do that on every crossbar. And then in between each of the crossbars on the two bars on the outside, you will also place another pipe cleaner. Again, just wrap it around those two bars and give it a good twist or two. So it looks just like that. You'll want to do that all the way around your wreath. It will take a total of 18 pipe cleaners. This is what your wreath form should look like once you have all your pipe cleaners attached. I'm going to be using these two decorative meshes to do the wreath. I have had these in my stash for a while. I'm not sure exactly where I picked these up. This one is Celebrated. It's 12 inches by 19 feet. And this one is Fresh Picked Decorative Mesh, and this is 10 inch by 10 yards. I know you can pick this mesh up at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Craft Outlet, and then you just need something that's going to go along with that. So these both have the same colors in it. This one is just lighter toned. This one is more darker toned. So you could get something like this and then maybe just a plain of the jute colored, whatever you want. 2 10-inch rolls will be sufficient for this wreath. This just happens to be 12 inch, so I'll be using this. But we are going to be mixing two different methods together to get a unique look on this wreath. We're going to be using this roll and doing the poof method, and then we're going to fill in with the curl method with this roll. I unwrapped my mesh. I have my working wreath form and something to measure with, which is my cutting mat. Now to start this off, you just want to take the end and you want to scrunch it all together, kind of like an accordion. So you have those ends together. And then I like to start on these on the inside. So I'm going to just take those ends and I'm going to place it in one of the pipe cleaners on the inside. Pull it down nice and tight and give it a twist. Once your end is secure, go ahead and pull out your mesh. You want to start at 0 and you want to measure to 10 inches for the poofs on the inside. So pinch at 10 inches. Go to the next pipe cleaner that's on the inside and then give it one good twist. Then just open up your poof a little bit. And then you're going to continue all the way around the inside, measuring at 10 inches. Now here I'm back to where I started, so I'm going to open this pipe cleaner. And then add in. This way you won't be able to see those ends. And then I'm going to tighten it down again. Okay. Then I'm going to take that and go to the outside pipe cleaner right here on the same crossbar. Just going to lay it in there and give it one twist. And then for the poofs on the outside, I'm going to measure at 12 inches. So just pull it out, measure at 12, pinch. Go to the next poof and place it. And then just work your way around the outside, measuring at 12 inches. I'm back to where I started again, so I'm going to open up this pipe cleaner and lay in my last poof here. And tighten it back down. Now you want to leave at least an inch, maybe an inch and a half, and then trim off the excess deco mesh. Now I do have some left. I am going to be using the rest of this, but you can set it aside for now. Now go through and open up all your poofs and get the wreath as full as you can. I have fluffed out all of my poofs. I'm really happy with that. That's my first start on my base. So go ahead and set this aside. Now, this is what I'm going to use as the curl method. I'm going to be cutting these at 10 inches. Now, I like to use a rotary cutter and a self-healing mat. This one I got at Dollar Tree, but you can also use scissors, whatever is most comfortable for you. So just measure to 10 inches and cut. I'm also going to cut several pieces of the base that I used. Whatever I have left over, I'm going to cut as many pieces as I can and work them in as evenly throughout the wreath. To make the little bundles, you'll need 2 pieces of this mesh, and you're simply going to roll that up. And I like to keep my rolls rather large, so for a 10-inch by 10-inch piece, I usually will do 3 to 4 rolls. And then I like to use these little clips to hold them while I do my next one. So you'll need at least 2. And then I'm also going to add a piece of this, which this is near the end, so it rolls nicely for me already. And this one, because it's a little larger than the other 2, it's always going to be on the bottom. If you're using 2 rolls of 10-inch mesh, you can mix this in however you like. So then you want to pinch your 3 rolls together, or 2, depending on what you're using. Then you're going to place that in each section that you have a pipe cleaner, on the outside and on the inside. And this will help fill in the rest of your base. It'll also give it a lot more texture. And you can just kind of play with the rolls and move them, split them up a little bit. So go ahead and add your curl bundles to the rest of your pipe cleaner. I have my base all done, and I used every bit of both of the rolls. So you will definitely need 2 full rolls of 10-inch by 10-yard deco mesh. But I'm very happy. I like the different colors and the different textures. Go ahead and set this aside. To prep your sign, it comes with a piece of jute cord. I just pulled that up and cut it in the middle. I'm going to use that to feed it through the deco mesh and tie onto the frame. But I'm also going to add 2 pipe cleaners. That way I'm guaranteed to have my sign sit the way I want it to. I just add a good dollop of hot glue and place a pipe cleaner in. They also carry another sign that has magnolias on it, but it says Southern Charm. You want that glue to fully set up before you attach it to your wreath. These are the 2 ribbons I'm going to be using on the wreath. This one I got at Walmart. In their holiday section, it was $5.98. It's 2.5 feet by 18 inches, 2.5 inches by 18 feet. This is some really heavy duty ribbon. It is very nice. And then I have a little bit of this ribbon left. I thought the 2 colors went together very nicely. I don't have a lot of it, so I'm only going to use what I have left in the bow. And this ribbon I'll use in the bow and throughout the wreath. So for this ribbon, you're going to want to cut 9 pieces of ribbon at 12 inches, and then go ahead and dovetail the ends. I just fold mine in half and cut at an angle. And you get a really pretty dovetail. You will need 9 pieces of ribbon. Now to make our bow, I'm going to be using the Easy Bow Maker. I purchased this. I've also purchased the Bow Dabra. So I am trying them both out, and then I will do a video on which one I think is better, or give you kind of the pros and cons of both of them. To start off with, I'm going to use some of this striped ribbon. The first thing I'm going to do is measure my tail. I want an 8-inch tail. And then I'm going to pinch and place that in between the 2 large dowel rods. Then I just kind of pull that tail down. And then I am going to measure at 6 inches. Pinch. Bring that down. Measure 6 inches again. Pinch and bring that down. Adjust your loops as you need to. I'm going to measure 6 inches on either side one more time. And check your loops. Do any adjusting that you need to. You need 2 on either side that are the same length. And then I'm going to measure my tail. And cut. Now I'm going to add this on top. So I'm going to go ahead and measure my tail and pinch. Put that in. And then instead of 6 inches, I'm only going to measure to 5. I want it slightly smaller. Measure to 5. I can have just enough. And then measure out your tail. Okay, and then you can kind of play with your bow a little bit while it sits in here. And this is how I'm going to be adjusting it. I want the striped on either side and then the green right in the middle. Okay. And you'll need 1 full pipe cleaner. Just grab it in the middle. Take that pipe cleaner and wrap it around the center. On big thick bows like this, I like to wrap it around twice. Pull it to the back, get that nice and tight. And twist. And then you just want to go in and play with your bow, adjust it however you need to. And then dovetail your ends. And that's what your bow should look like. Very pretty. Now I'm going to add in my ribbon. Simply just going to fold that in half and then pinch it in the center. And then I'm going to go in and add it to every other pipe cleaner. Just put it in, pull the pipe cleaner up and twist. Twist it down a couple times. Trim off your pipe cleaner. And then push the ends down to the back. So your ribbon looks like that, and then you just kind of pull your ribbon up so you can see it. Okay, so I'm going to go and put in every other pipe cleaner around the outside and the inside. So you have 18 pipe cleaners, so you should only need 9 ribbon. I have all my ribbon in. I attached my sign and I put my bow on. Now I attach my sign simply by feeding the pipe cleaners and the jute cord to the back and attaching it to the frame. You just separate the deco mesh and feed it down. You do the same thing with your bow. If your pipe cleaner is not long enough to reach down to the back, then add another one. Well, I'm very happy with it so far. We just have a few more things to add. Now you're going to need some leaves. I found this at Dollar Tree. It is just called Artificial Fern. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. You will need 2 stems of the green foliage. I also found some Magnolia blooms at Dollar Tree. They have 3 to choose from. They have this one with the dark pink center. They have one that's all white. And then they also have them with a really light pink center. Now I'm going to be using 1 stem with the light pink center and 1 stem of the white. Now I want to put 1 flower and some greenery up at the top with my bow. So I'm going to take the top 3 leaves and I'm going to trim just above the 4th leaf. And use my wire cutters. And you just want to play with your leaves. You want them to all be facing the same way, kind of bend them forward. So we're going to attach the flower to the leaves here at the bottom on the stem by simply wrapping it with some floral tape that you can get at Dollar Tree. This is the stretchy stuff, and this actually sticks pretty good to itself. So you just wrap it together so it looks like this, and you have the 2. And this I'm going to attach where my bow is. For the rest of your blooms, you just want to cut and leave about 2 inches of a stem. And just trim off the rest of the leaves individually. First one I'm going to attach is this one that has the green leaves and the 1 flower. I want to put this right up here where my bow is. So just add some hot glue to both sides of the stem. And then place it just directly above the bow. So it looks like that. So pretty. I'm going to place a cluster of blooms here on this side, along with some leaves. And then I'm going to also place down in the corner here a few more blooms and some leaves. Okay. And I'm going to place my blooms first. Add your hot glue on the stem and then feed it into place. I'm going to glue in the rest of my flowers and my leaves, and then I'll come back and show you the final product. I got all my florals and my green leaves in. I did use 2 stems of flowers, 1 of the white and 1 with the light pink. And I did use 2 stems of the greenery. I am super happy with how this turned out. I did add a few leaves here and there without the flowers, but I think everything is absolutely gorgeous. I'm very pleased. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's craft. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and leave me some love in the comments. This really does help support my channel. It lets YouTube know that I have content worth watching. Thanks so much for stopping by. You know it's always a pleasure to see you. I hope everyone in your family is staying happy, healthy, and strong. You have a great day, and I will see you next time.